All right, here we're on a unique edition of Mind, Booty, and Soul. I'm actually with my girlfriend, Anthony Pye, and we were actually discussing the Nicki Monaj video that's about to come on. You know, the whole one with Malcolm X, looking ass niggas. Oh, that stupid title. In any case, you know, we have different views, and I thought it'd be nice for, you know, us discussing on air and get everybody the opportunity to kind of, you know, voice in their opinion. So, anyways, the first thing that I had issue with, or actually we kind of agreed upon, where it kind of came from the Scrub era. So it kind of reminded me of the whole Scrub song, the TLC, you know, kind of like talking about guys not stepping up to the plate and they got to do a little bit more. What's your take on that, Anthony?
I think it's an updated Scrubs. That's, in my opinion, what I thought it was. I didn't think it was big and controversial like everyone's making it. To me, it was a updated version of the Scrubs with better lyrics and a better beat.
You think better lyrics, better beat?
Yeah, I mean, Nicki Minaj is dope, and I'm not the biggest Nicki Minaj fan, but for the women out there, and I'm looking at women rappers, that's all I have to look at if I'm looking at a woman rapper out there, and she's hanging with the guys.
Well, that's an unfortunate thing. Anyway, so let's get into, now we're 14 years later from Scrubs,
yes.
And so I've noticed that things have shifted a bit. You know, to me, we're kind of like in the whole bling culture, along with the whole, like, you know, body, you know, bionics culture, you know. So what do you think about that? And as far as when you look at the bling culture.
I don't know. I mean, I got a lot of other stuff y'all can't even see.
Here's the after
I can't tell you.
The Scrub song, it kind of motivated men to say, okay, if women are looking for tangible things, then the bling culture said, here's tangible riches and symbols of success. I got my gold chain, I got my ice, I got my car, I got my big booming beats, I got my big booty bitch. I mean, these are the symbols of success. So
I didn't really think that Scrubs said like you needed to have these things to be successful. To me, Scrubs was more like you're pretending to have these things, your friend has them and you don't. So you're pretending they have these things. And Nicki Minaj is saying like, I have all these things, so if you're gonna come at me, and if I want you and you're gonna come at me, you know, come at me correct. Don't come at me like A, B, C, D, E, F, G. That's kind of what I got from it. They're Scrubs. They're these guys that's going around like, for example, women have fake butts, fake breasts, fake nose, fake hair, lots of makeup on. But guess what? You know those are fake titties. You know that's a fake butt. You can clearly see those are fake breasts. You can truly see she has all that makeup, Spanx, everything else to make her look a certain way, right? Hear me out. So a guy may call her fake, right? So then you have another guy coming up he has renting his car, live with his mama, like he's pretending to be these things and fake jewelry, all that. There's no difference between those two. So she's just staying the obvious. So men can sing about she got fake this, fake this, fake this, fake that. Well, she's saying you're men, you're Scrubs, because you know you got fake this, fake this, fake that. And I'm tired of you trying to come at me like you coming real when you're coming fake. You're a Scrub. You're the same as those fake girls with all those things coming up those guys. But in my mind, at least the guy knows, like, I know what a fake butt looks like. I know what fake titties look like, you know, for the most part. So you kind of know what you're getting into. These men are coming at them with a lie. The women aren't coming at them with the lies, so to say.
Oh my God, it's interesting because one lie is a little bit more obvious than the other lie. Then that lie is okay. That doesn't make any sense. Basically, it's both of them are lying.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's okay, but what I'm saying is, at least with the woman's lie, it's always been there. We've had brawls. We've always had things to accentuate. We've always had things to accentuate the obvious. Even if you go back in time, padded bras. Then you had, you know, the little cutlets in the breast, and you had, I mean, Spanx to make it look thin. You know, so we have a lot of things.
We're talking about modern technology now. We're talking about like implants you can get when you get the perfect shape, where you take out all the fat in your, you know, your stomach area and you put it in your booty area. Then we're talking about breasts, and we're talking about the hair.
But the guy still wants that. He's going out flossing these women.
I get it.
Those ways, filling on those booties. The girl can't spend that fake money. She can't drive around this car that's not his. She can't spend a night in a mansion that he does not live at. So he's pretending to be these things that she's not. At least hers are tangible.
I get it.
He can feel hers.
All I'm saying, it's not really a guy versus girl thing.
He can enjoy hers.
Oh my God, it's not really a guy versus girl thing. It's really like, you know, we're living up to these illusions of what we should be as men and women, and we're both faking it out. You know, in order to capture the guys that so-called got money, you know, women got to flaunt their bodies and they got to showcase it and have these dresses and all this whole thing to have these wonderful dimensions with their body. Contrary, men are like saying, hey, you know what, I have to show my success. I have to show that a woman that I'm successful, that I can actually possibly take care of her, when in reality he can't do shit, but he's going to project that. In both instances, we are projecting false values, false issues. We're not projecting realness. And this is interesting that she's going to come off with this bravado, like I'm the shit and you should just respect me with my fake shit while I'm going to point out your fake shit. Anyway, it's elementary, so we can go on that discussion.
But Nicki Minaj isn't lying about what's fake on her. At least she says this is not real, that's not real. Like, at least people know that these things are not real. So at least that, you know.
But then here's the other issue about this. It's the whole empowerment issue here. And, you know, subconsciously, this is supposed to be, if you read Nicki Minaj and what she had to say, she's saying that this is an empowerment song for women. But if it's really an empowerment song for women, why are we talking about bullshit ass niggas where everybody can identify just on the spectacle of looking at somebody in the public? It's very easy to identify these type of men that she's talking about. Why does she talk about, you know, the type of pimps, or the really pimps that actually, you know, correspond themselves as agents, you know, and actually lures the girl into his world, and then he actually manipulates her into doing prostitution? Why don't we talk about, what is else to say, other type of men that are just completely opportunists, and they really look at women as disposable objects? A lot of men who have money, you know, just go through these women and look in a magazine and they shop for them like women shop for clothes. Why don't we identify those type of things that women can actually protect themselves again while they have this limited opportunity with their sexuality to actually flaunt with? That would be empowerment.
I don't think that would be empowerment, but that's not what this particular song is about.
Exactly.
You know, so I haven't heard her whole album. I know you've bought it.
No. I just downloaded this song.
Okay. See, I don't even know if it's out. I heard it.
I did buy Beyonce, but you know.
Oh Lord.
I had to do my research. Anyways, we're gonna move on. So now here comes to, you know, the nitty gritty of what this whole conversation is about. How you gonna include Malcolm X in this discussion? This is some nigga shit discussion, and we're gonna include an icon that actually is, you know, overcoming all kind of like racial disparity, and we're gonna include him in this discussion. Now, Anthony's view is.
My view was that I felt, looking at the album, again, I had no prior knowledge of it. He said, look at the computer. And I said, well, to me, I can see both ways. I can see it to where it's Malcolm X looking out the windows, you know, looking out the window, and probably Nicki Minaj is somewhere in the room. So he's like, you know, looking at these, I think she says looking ass niggas. So looking at these looking ass niggas, you know, so he's looking at them. And then that's, you know, kind of like she's kind of like him, you know, looking at these looking ass niggas. She's gonna kill, you know, her looking ass niggas, and he's gonna get his looking ass niggas, or they're the same person. I didn't think it as Malcolm X probably was like a looking ass nigga, which I know some people thought of. And
okay, well, you know, that's an interpretation, and you know, it's everybody's open to interpretation. The thing here, if you kind of look at the history of where hip hop has gone, you know, there was once upon a time where in order to, you know, become successful or get access as an artist, you had to sell your soul. You know, we've all heard that particular, you know, story over and over again. But then, to me, around the turn of the century, it wasn't good enough to sell your soul. The ante has risen up. You had to not only sell your soul, but convince your audience or your fan base to sell their souls as well. And that's why in my mind, we were getting these demonic lyrics, demonic music that is actually catering a behavior into where we're actually losing our souls. Now, that's not even good enough. We got to like sell your soul, make sure we get our fans to sell their soul, and now let's take away the legacy of some of our heroes and actually disgrace them. So now people have nothing to look up to as far as self-esteem. So, you know, these are the things that I think these artists are doing in order to become artists or successful. And this is the problem that I have.
well, no, I agree. I think a lot of the artists are selling their souls or selling out or whatever you want to call it just to make a dime or making money. I don't believe that they're trying to make good music. I think they're trying to get out, be number one, make a video, tour, make some money, and, you know, go do whatever they want. They're not trying to do longevity as we had before in hip-hop. And you wouldn't think that I'm a hip-hop head because I really don't listen to hip-hop now, but I really am. It's just not a lot of good music out there anymore to listen to.
These hips, maybe I'd fit into that size 3. If I stare long enough, maybe I won't see what I see.
The game is not designed to accommodate the average sized woman. It's designed to sell diet,
cigarettes, surgeries, and most importantly, insecurities.
The models that we see in the magazines have been airbrushed, have been retouched. Their skin is